Hello everyone. So welcome to the session on the Google Sheets. So basically we will start with Google Sheets and one by one I will be covering all the Google apps and suite for office as well as the personal use. So this is the very first session. So I'll start recording each and every exhibit one after the other, and I'm sure you will definitely find it useful and you will surely recommend it to others. Okay, so stay tuned for the subsequent videos. And excuse me if you find my explanation little bit fast or short or too lengthy. So I am trying to keep myself as limited as possible, but on the other hand, I'll try to explain each and everything in detail as per my best knowledge. So let me give you a quick background. I am using Microsoft Excel, I mean more than 10 years now. Microsoft Office apps, Excel, PowerPoint, Word, Outlook, etc. And I have switched professionally onto the Google apps, and now I have been using Google apps officially as well as for my personal use for more than 5 years. So I have a bit fair idea how the Google has been used in the corporate as well as in the personal environment. So I'll try to deliver my best. So stay tuned. So let's start with our first chapter, which is basically the first exhibit on the file menu. So to the overview, when we open the sheets, or let me open it from the fresh. So you can just go to, if you log in into the Chrome, you can use the Google Apps to navigate to the sheets, or you can just start typing the URL sheets.google.com. I prefer this handy. So this is my landing page wherein on the top you have some pre-opened or previously opened files along with the blank from which you can start a new spreadsheet to work upon. Below that you will see the recently opened files and all the other files that you have on your drive. To start any file you can click on the blank. If you wanted to use any of the templates you can click on the template gallery by clicking on the drop down, and you will see by default there are some templates which are pre-configured for your personal use, which may be a to-do list, annual budget, monthly budget, calendar, so on and so forth. For your work related purpose, the invoice, weekly timesheet, financial statement, etc. If you wanted to use this, you can just click on any of the template, say to-do list, and it will open. The advantage of using the template is you'll get the formatting and the related functionalities already pre-configured for the particular requirement. So for example, in the to-do list, what we might require is basically you have a header, you have a checkbox whether you have completed that task, for that task what date you need, and the description of the task. Apart from that, if you want many, that you can definitely add in this sheet and you can start working on, but half of your work has already been done here. Okay, now if I don't want to use this file and start with my own, so we can go to here file, and you can simply click on new and open a blank spreadsheet here or from the another template. And whenever we use the templates, it is by default gets stored onto our drive and this symbol appears. Okay, so if you open any template, you can just simply go and move to trash, otherwise it will keep loading onto your drive. Okay, go to the sheets home screen. So this is about a bit of the landing page. So for example, you have the sheets, you can click on these three dots to rename this, to remove this file, to open it into the new tab, and to make it available offline. I'll cover this available offline into the next sessions. Okay, also you can click on that file if you have an existing file. You can click on this sheet icon to go back to your sheets interface again. Once you go back, you will see the file owned by the name of the person if you are working in a corporate or environment, last opened by the time, and this will toggle between the list view and the grid view. This you can sort, and this you can open the file picker. Okay, so file picker is nothing but the location through which you can browse your files, be it on my drive, or you have, if you have any shared drive or any shared folder with you by the other users, and if you wanted to upload from your computer to your drive. Okay, let me open a blank sheet. Wait till this warning disappears and our file gets loaded fully. The untitled spreadsheet is the new workbook we have opened. We can right away edit the name of the sheet by clicking on this box and say exhibit 1 and just press enter. Okay. Now by default, whenever we open the blank sheet, it gets stored onto my drive root folder. Okay, if I go to my drive, okay, you will get to see that my exhibit 1 has been appearing in the my drive root folder. Okay, to move it to the appropriate location, I can click on this folder icon, which is for the move, and I can choose the folder and click on move here. So my file has been organized and moved to the requested folder. If I go back to my drive, the file has been moved to the requested folder. Now if I click on start on my drive, there is no files and folders here. So that means I can add my this file by making it a star so that it will get added to my favorites for the easy location. Can you see now? Okay. Now if we have multiple such files and the very complex structure on your drive, especially in the corporate or environment, what you can do is you can go to the file, and on the bottom you will get to see add shortcut to drive. If I click on this, I can choose a folder where I can create a shortcut of this file. In the my drive, I say add shortcut, and shortcut has been added. Now this shortcut will work as your desktop shortcuts for any of your apps or files. If I go to my drive, and now see here there is a arrow on this icon, and this is my shortcut. So you can arrange all your frequently used files in the form of shortcuts on this. Now if I click on this file, there are no other options available. It is just for opening the file. Okay, so if I double click, it will land upon opening the same file again. So this is how you can manage your files onto the Excel as well as onto the drive. The second part is opening an existing file. So for which you can click on open, and it will again land up on the open a file page wherein you can browse through your drive, through your recently upload files, and through your upload from your computer or any other device. This is something which you can import the other files again by using the same menu. You can basically import your files to the existing file, and the last one is make a copy which can be used as a backup. So it has different backup methods as well. We can create versions and store those versions, recall those versions that we can see in the version history in the upcoming sessions. But the ideal way is to get a backup of your file is to make a copy. So if I click on make a copy, it will ask me the name. For now, let it be as is, and by default, it has picked the same folder on which my original file is kept. I can select this, click on this folder, and I can create new folder as well here. So for example, if I wanted to create a new folder with the name backup, say OK and select. So now this copy will be saved onto the backup. Consider a case if this file has been shared exhibit 1 with many of the other users or some of the other users. So it has given us the option whether this backup copy is also share with the same people or not, or it is just to be at for your reference. So you can just click it if you wanted to share, and copy the comments also. Okay, so this is essentially if we have some comments marked on our sheets, so that we can do this way. Okay, and now if I say OK, it has opened that file, and simultaneously this file will get stored onto my respective folder on the drive. So this is the copy of exhibit 1 file. If I go to my drive and go, I can see my backup folder created, and if I open it, I can see my copy of exhibit 1 file present over here. Okay, so this is how you can work basically for your files, managing the files, creating shortcut, easy navigation, etc. There is one more way to create a backup, offline backup basically. Now what we have seen by making a copy can be used for incremental work on the existing files by keeping the existing file intact. However, if you wanted to work on some of the data offline, so you can download this file as Microsoft Excel format, ODS format, which is open document format, PDF format, web page, CSV format, and TSV format, which is basically the tab separated values. So these are also the different options we have for managing the files. Okay, I'll not go on to this because this is just a simple command to click on that and it will get downloaded. Okay, so this is it in this session. So thanks for joining with me. Stay tuned for the next, and thank you.